All right, Cyber Traders, welcome on back here this Wednesday afternoon, shortly after 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And with that, welcome on back for our afternoon meeting. Loud and clear from Chuck. That means I'm good to go across the live trading room. Great to see Leda as well. We have Ari, we have Norman as well, just joining us before. Patrick, Deborah W., all of us otherwise. Great to see everybody, Ray and William included. So, hey, with that in mind, welcome back for all of us joining us on social media, Facebook Live and YouTube as well. Hey, we have to go quick, folks. We have class today, finishing up for the Phase 2 curriculum. It's a bit of a mini Phase 3 class. How about that? It's basically observing the market close, basically hearing my interpretation of what will be following going into the next 75, 90 minutes from now. So what we'll do is just go right from top to bottom, scan across the gainers and losers lists. Today's Wednesday. We'll briefly talk about Bitcoin, but I want to make sure that all of our students are prepared for class coming up. So I want to make sure that you guys have enough time. So for right now, CPOP, it's on our screen to begin. We'll always start with the stock on our screen to begin here. CPOP, I was hopeful, and I'm still hopeful. I'm going to put this on our list to begin, but right now, this really needs to hold over the price. What was it, 323? I think it was. I typed in the trading room chat board just a moment ago. There was a big pop on CPOP, ended up making a bit of a big transaction filled on time and sales. A 71,000 share print filled at $3.23. That came across the time and sales window. You would see on Bookmap, aka level 4. A big dot popped up there. So that's a huge level to watch. And coming off of our most recent class that took place this morning, in terms of preparing to trade a volatile trading session, much like the close here. Well, I want every one of us that's joining me in class later today to be drawing the same line at 323. We'll see how well this stock trades off this level. Now, granted, if it ends up breaking below it, if we happen to see a lot of selling under 323, then I would imagine for this stock being up 41% today, up X amount of percent from yesterday's run, at that point, if it breaks below support, don't be surprised if it ends up going completely the other way. So we'll put this on our list to begin in hopes of this running higher, but we'll see. All right, nice bounce so far. Pulled back, first time pulling back to it as support held. So that's a good sign, at least to begin. All right, so we'll see what else is out there. Otherwise, I know this new stock is technically number one on the gainers list, but the FTK trade breaking new highs right now. It's a stock over $1 right now. Normally, the stock's under $1. We normally don't trade. Hey, the stock's making a great push here for the meantime. So, regardless of price, just based on the chart and the volume alone, this thing looks incredible. So, yeah, FTK, we'll definitely put this on our main list here as well. I'll pull up Bookmap level 4, and we'll go through all of the orders that are out there in the class later on today, just about 3 p.m. Eastern. Right now, you could at least see it 115. Just popped in and out for a moment, about a 34,000 share iceberg order. All right, so we keep it going. We keep it pushing. Nice push on the CYTO, actually. Ended up making a nice little move back up. Hopefully, there's a lot more left to it, at least with the fact that this is pushing up while we're in the meeting here. I like it. So we'll put this on our list here. I like this too. CYTO. I was kind of doing a pre-meeting with myself just earlier, kind of doing a little extra prep before class, and I looked at CYTO. It was like right here at the time. I just didn't even think about it. I moved on. But this pop gets me excited again. I like to see this move. So hopefully, like I said, there's a lot more left to it. PIXY, I feel like this will be a tease, if anything. Ended up just dropping off, going into the market open. We talked about this in the morning class, at least. Is it possible for it to coil up and make some sort of pop? Anything's possible, right? But, just based on how it looks right now, not too particular about it. It's a level 1 stock. So if you're already in it from 150 or 155, maybe there's a chance, but otherwise, if you're not, then I'd rather focus on others. So for right now, speaking of others, the TKAT stock ended up making a nice push today. We're pretty familiar with this stock in our live trading room. This is like an NFT digital art type of stock. This, YVR, OCG, although those two really didn't trade nearly as much volume as this did. Those are some of the crypto NFT type of stocks. Ended up trading this going back into March, popped from like $5 or $6 back then all the way up to over 70. I know Fausto covered that a bit earlier when we were doing the audio commentary in our live trading room. But for right now, again, hey, I'll say what I say. I'll say on this as I typically say on a former runner. If we can even get a fraction of the type of run that it made for us back in late March, that's a huge success. So, there could still be plenty more on this trade right now. It's trying to show a higher low and push up a little bit more here. I'll give it a look. I'll give it a look here. The TKAT I'll put on our main list. Much like kind of CYTO trying to show a little strength here going into this afternoon meeting. All right, we'll keep it going here. Ari picked up, what was it, like 30 cents or so, Ari? 35 cents. Don't want to shortchange you on the DNAY stock. I guess DNA stock. I don't know what they do, but ended up making a nice push here today. New high as we speak. Definitely a bit of a thin order book, so please be careful of that. Just right place, wrong time type of move. Look what happened just a little bit after 2 p.m. Eastern. Ended up testing 850, broke above it, came right back down under it, and it was pretty ugly at that point. So, that's what I'm referring to. But for right now, DNAY, for the meantime, we'll put on our main list. ISIG, I'm going to skip over just to kind of, cut time a little bit. That was a pop from earlier today, but it did next to nothing really after and just kind of coiled up. So I'm just going to skip over ISIG. The naked trade, naked ended up making a nice push going into the afternoon and right now trying to get back up there. So I was pretty excited to go over this during the meeting with you guys here. So, nice pop from like 5 upwards towards just about 6, clean dollar move. Bookmap level 4 showed a big iceberg order on the offer at 6. Right now, you can see just still kind of holding underneath there. Let me see. I don't think I have my level 4 up just yet right now. Maybe it's on my other screen here. Oh, I do. Okay. Let's see. All right. So for right now, naked, about 18,500 shares on the offer in total at $6. That's between the NASDAQ data that you could see here, but otherwise they also use like the direct EdgeX ECN. So, hey, right now, naked looks great. We'll put this on our watch list as well. Nice, good list so far, folks. In total, damn, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks so far, and we haven't even like finished up with the top 10 on the gainers. Just finished up now. SYTA, at least number 12, ended up making a nice pop going into the afternoon, but right back down. Pretty unfortunate. EFOI, this I know is near the highs, just really spotty right now, very inactive, not really trading really a whole lot of volume at all. So, not particular about the volume. We tend to follow the big volume, right? So, I like the chart, don't like the volume. So I'll pass on this EFOI for right now. If it ends up popping, we'll watch it in class. Should that be the case, we'll see what happens to it. But I'd rather, for right now, follow this NRXP trade, right? Norman just typed in our live trading room, NRXP over 5. So nice little pop up to 520. It did break an HOD. I mean, I don't even think this here on the 5-minute chart is from 930. That's from pre-market there, actually. So I think it even tested the pre-market, well, not even pre-market highs, but pre-market resistance right here from 9:15 Eastern time, 520, topped off right there just now. So, that's a pretty strong top, it seems, big level. You know what? I'll give this a look. Oh, and actually, just looking at the matrix, if you can see what I'm seeing there, a big 68,000. Ooh, maybe, well, you don't see him now. Whoever that guy is, they're probably listening to this meeting. Watch 506 on the bid for this NRXP trade. You just had a 68,000 share order on the bid pop up. Norman says he's still there. Oh, there he is. He's through the edge. He's through the EdgeX. So I don't have the total data for the EdgeX ECN. So that's why you're seeing him pop up here and there. So he's still showing. He's there. All right, we keep it going. We got to go through things quick at least, but we'll see if there's anything else that looks as good, if not better. I don't want to add too many stocks, folks. I mean, market's moving up a little bit. That's nice. Better today than yesterday. BBIO going back up. Oh, this too. Geez. I mean, this one I kind of written off just earlier as well. It was making a bit of lower highs here going into 2 o'clock, although it didn't break lower. So ended up re-breaking over 14, popping back up right now. It's hard to not put this stock back on our list here, guys. I mean, we'll do that. The BBIO. This might be a classic for all of our longtime students here, at least like Leda and Andrea. If Grant's still here, Gene. This might be a typical Josh 20 stock watch list here this afternoon. I've been doing a good job keeping it pretty short, but back in the day, I felt more free to just add a lot more stocks to our list. I hate doing that now, so I try my best to limit it, folks. DVAX, I like the chart. Not a whole lot of volume being traded per minute, though. Again, that's like my big gripe on the other one. I think it was the NRX pin. No, the EFOI that was. All right, let's see what else we got here. Otherwise, we'll jump over to the losers list if we don't find anything else that's up. MYOV, former runner. I don't know what the chart looks like. Nah, move on. All right, we'll hop over to the losers list, see if there's anything looking just as good, if not better. We got semi top percent loser down just about 30%. Probably not going to put this on our list. Just wanted to look at it briefly. Steady drop. You can't short it. So MFIN was down more than it is now. So this actually made a really nice dead cat bounce from this morning. It was down like 45, 50% earlier today. Popped from like 350 up to just over 650 near 7. FCEL, I feel like this will be too slow. Yeah. A little too slow for us, this FCEL trade this afternoon. But, tradable, it came off bad earnings, dropped off earlier today. Made a bounce, nicer bounce from 5. Or even you could say like a 495, 490-ish here going into the mid-morning. But right now, just really flat. All right. That just might about do it here on the loser side here, folks. It might look like a little laziness from me here, but it really isn't. Just you know when to pick and choose them, at least on the losers side, more than the gainers. They're either down huge or they're shortable. DD, we were kind of interested from yesterday afternoon. It closed strong. This one dropped off quite a bit this morning. Bleda asking if the OLB is going anywhere, and I guess the ISIG trade heard me talk some trash because I guess it just popped. So, OLB going anywhere. It's up just about 11.5% right now. The volume, it's starting to come in a bit, bit of a spike up, but I'm not fully convinced yet. Look what happened here last time. Completely died off. Volume or stock went nowhere after. So I like the chart, the fact that it's near the highs. If we end up, following this in the phase 2 class later on today, hopefully it ends up making a bigger breakout over 3. But for right now, I don't know. The volume just seems inconsistent. From Scott, the YGMZ stock moving up. About time, I guess. Same thing with this on the other one. Like FCEL, looking at kind of the same stock there. I know FCEL's off bad news, but in the sense of, a bit of a move from the morning, it's like just slow right now. Same to be said on the YGMZ. Andrea says CPOP new high. Ooh. Oh, yeah. There we go. So it ended up making a good move off that 323 there, no? So, again, hopefully there's a lot more to this trade here, too. All right. I think that just about does it, folks, in total. I mean, we got a decent list. Let me jump to a couple of others here that I thought I saw from earlier in the afternoon. The Rely trade ended up just beginning to make an ugly shake, so I'll scratch that off my notepad here. Had that kind of written down at first. And Deborah, the ISIG. That's right, ISIG. It's not really a pop. I mean, you want to look at a pop for ISIG. Morning, that's a pop. Even the early afternoon, that was a pop. This is like, this is a trap. This is a trap right here, I feel like. This will just begin to snap lower going into the afternoon by 3:15, 3:30. All right, folks. So, hey, you know what? I'll talk briefly about Bitcoin. I know we have class coming up in just about 20 or so minutes, so we'll do this one quick. But otherwise, hey, I was kind of projecting a bit of a drop, so I'm not happy that it's happening. I'm happy in the sense that, I'm going to add more to my position here coming up over the next week or so, likely. But in terms of Bitcoin altogether, it ended up making a bit of a drop from those moving averages that I saw. Well, I don't know if you just saw ISIG. Right as I pulled the Bitcoin chart up, ISIG just ended up completely going. So at least from where we left off on Bitcoin, this vertical line is the last time we talked about Bitcoin from Monday. So I was saying, beware, these moving averages, it's moving right up to there. We talked about that before Christmas. So, it's actually playing out fairly well to how I was, thinking it would. Ended up pulling back down right off the 2 and 500 EMAs there. Right now, beginning to pull back closer to 47,000. It ended up breaking under there last night or early this morning. And I think at this point, folks, we're probably going to end up seeing this retest the white trend line off the bottoms there, perhaps even break below it again. It wouldn't shock me, at least. So I'm going to still be a little patient on this, wait to see what happens tonight going into tomorrow. going into the weekend, and we'll see what happens. At least, how far it drops, how quick it could drop or bounce. If I'm wrong and this shoots right back up suddenly, then maybe I change plans and add more to my position at a higher price. I wouldn't mind doing that in terms of a swing investment. If I have more confirmation at least of a decisive move, I'll take it. So for right now, I felt that Bitcoin was in a pretty indecisive state in terms of if it would make a big pop or drop. And the closer it moved up to those moving averages, I anticipated a drop. Here we are now. So we'll see what happens over the next few days. At least we'll check back in on Friday, at least on this Bitcoin. All right. Well, there's the ISIG drop. I had a feeling that was coming too. I don't have Powerball numbers for tonight. If that's what you're looking for, I wish I had those. All right, folks. If there is anything else, definitely let me know. Definitely let me know here. Otherwise, I think that we'll just about call it. We've got a decent list so far. 3, 6, 8, and then the EFOY I had written down. I think I should cross that off. No? Yeah, we'll cross that off. So we got about 9 stocks, 8 stocks, that is, to work with here heading into the afternoon, folks. All right. For all of us on Facebook Live, for all of us on YouTube, I appreciate you joining me each and every day, each and every afternoon. If you'd like to join us live inside our trading room, feel more than free to oh, how about that? Feel more than free to go down to the link on the banner below the stream. I didn't have that up just before, but that's cybertradinguniversity.com/trial if you're looking to join us, whether it be today, this week, going into the new year, perhaps. Just go right to that link just to sign up. But otherwise, if you're not ready to do that just yet, feel more than free to send over any question, any email feedback, etc. right to josh@ctutrading.com. I wish I had Powerball numbers because I'm pretty happy that I just crossed the EFOI off this list here now, right? Big shake. All right, folks, for all of us joining me in class in the Phase 2 stock course, I look forward to speaking to you folks pretty soon. I know that Rich will be on the mic coming up at 3. Take care.